Greetings, brothers and sisters. We would like to share this brief commentary with you. For those who are familiar with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, recall if you can the scene with Liam Neeson's character, Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn, and Watu, the small character with wings and a small elephant trunk, who was slave master of Shmi Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker's mother, and slave master of Anakin Skywalker as well. If you recall, Qui-Gon Jinn needed parts to repair his ship. He could only offer Watu 20,000 Republic dataries. When Watu told Qui-Gon Jinn that Republican dataries were no good in his land, Qui-Gon Jinn attempted to use his Jedi powers of persuasion to get Watu to relent. Watu let Qui-Gon Jinn know that he was unaffected by Jedi mind tricks. Now, this brings us to a very interesting and powerful analogy to real life. Let's face it, Qui-Gon Jinn could have used his superior might to force Watu to accept his offer, or he could have simply sliced him in half with his lightsaber and taken what he wanted. I trust you see the real life application of this notion. Nevertheless, Qui-Gon Jinn, being the honest, fair, and considerate person he was trained to be, exhibits a great deal of patience, reason, and respect. He even goes so far as to make Watu an offer too good to refuse. He told Watu that he would even give him the prize money from the pod race if Anakin were to win, in exchange for Anakin's freedom and the parts for his ship. Of course, Watu eagerly accepted these better than fair terms. The character that Qui-Gon Jinn displayed in these scenes is what our world leaders, including politicians and bank and corporate executives, desperately need to observe. Our world history is littered with instances of those with the greatest power using it to gain what they desire, despite whom and what is destroyed in the process. His attempt to use Jedi mind tricks notwithstanding, we can learn much from Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn, who has a great deal of power but would never use it to harm another, despite how urgent his need may be. In his wisdom, Qui-Gon Jinn creates a win-win situation. He gets what he needs, and so does Watu, so that both are satisfied and neither is harmed in the process. Where is this type of leadership today? Who is demonstrating that they will let patience have its perfect way until a harmonious solution is produced? Who can abstain from using their physical and economic might and instead using their mental might to resist taking from another simply because they have the power to do so? Google notwithstanding, my great teacher taught that a humanitarian is one who gives consideration to another. Qui-Gon Jinn gave Watu the consideration he deserved, even though one may argue that he would have acted rightfully to strike Watu down for no more than the fact that he owned slaves, which certainly violates Jedi principles. In his benevolence, Qui-Gon Jinn did not do so and still reasoned with Watu until an agreement was reached. Now, keep in mind, when you point the finger, 3 fingers point back at you. Therefore, take a minute to consider how you are using your power, no matter how small it may be, before lashing out against those with national and international power. Ask yourself, should your kids be confined to their rooms for hours because you have company over and you don't want them to see the questionable activities you are conducting? Are you really paying your employees what they deserve for the work they do? Is it necessary to scream and shout and spew profanity at the pee-wee football kids you coach? Was it necessary to verbally and physically assault that motorist just because you were a symbol of authority on your chest? These are just examples. They are meant in no way, shape, or form to single out any person or profession. We have not the room to criticize and strike out against the powers that be if we are abusing the powers we have as well. That, my brothers and sisters, would be hypocritical. So let's all learn from the humanitarian ways of Qigong Jin so that we can use our power constructively, thereby helping to neutralize, transform, and disintegrate the disharmony we cause those individuals we have some power over. Thank you for your time and consideration. Love and harmony, Brother Osiris.